Why I played the crazy bride to catch a criminal fiancé. She thought she was marrying the man of her dreams in 11 days. But a whispered conversation in the kitchen revealed a terrifying plot to steal her home and erase her existence. The ivory satin heels felt like a lead weight in my hands. I sat on the floor of my San Diego apartment, the late afternoon sun casting long, deceptive shadows across the hardwood. For months, I had lived in a haze of bridal bliss, believing Michael Rowan was the anchor I had searched for my entire life. I was 32, a self-made graphic designer who had worked myself to the bone to own this downtown condo outright. Michael was the charming architect who told me I finally deserved to be taken care of. But as I sat there, the bedroom door ajar, the warmth of the sun suddenly felt like ice. "Are you absolutely sure she has no idea?" Patricia's voice was like a scalpel, clean, sharp, and cold. My future mother-in-law had always been traditionally minded, or so I thought. I'd tried so hard to win her over, buying her expensive gifts and laughing at her subtle jabs. "She trusts us completely," Michael replied. His voice, the same voice that whispered, "I love you" every night, was now devoid of any warmth. Once the marriage is official, everything becomes shared. Her property, her savings, all of it. The prenuptial agreement she signed has the loophole your attorney suggested. She didn't even read the fine print. She just looked at me with those big, trusting eyes and signed where I pointed. My heart hammered against my ribs so hard I thought it would crack a bone. I looked at the wedding dress, hanging on the closet door. It looked like a ghost, a shroud for a woman who didn't know she was being buried alive. "Good," Patricia replied, and I could practically hear the smirk in her tone. "Once we have legal control of the assets, the rest will be simple. We claim she is overwhelmed, emotionally unstable, maybe suffering from stress-induced delusions. With the right evaluations and the right attorney, she will be declared unfit. We'll move her to the facility in Ojai. People always believe the devoted husband and the worried family. She'll be taken care of for the rest of her life, and we'll have the portfolio." A sickening realization washed over me. This wasn't just about money. They were planning to gaslight me into a conservatorship. They were going to steal my mind, my freedom, and my home. The ivory shoe slipped from my shaking fingers. Thud. The silence from the kitchen was instantaneous. My breath hitched. I squeezed my eyes shut, praying they would think it was just the building settling. "Elena," Michael's voice called out, suddenly returning to its sweet, melodic tone. "Honey, are you in there?" I scrambled to my feet, shoved the shoes under the bed, and grabbed a fashion magazine from the nightstand. I threw myself onto the mattress just as the door pushed open. Michael stood there, the picture of a concerned fiancé. Patricia peered over his shoulder, her eyes narrow and searching. "I'm here," I said, my voice trembling. I tried to mask it as exhaustion. "I think I just fell asleep for a second. I dropped my book." Michael walked over, sitting on the edge of the bed. He reached out to stroke my hair, and it took every ounce of my willpower not to scream and recoil from his touch. His hand felt like a snake sliding over my skin. "You're working too hard, baby. The wedding stress is getting to you. You seem a little fragile lately." Fragile? He was already laying the groundwork. "I'm fine," I forced a smile, though my lips felt numb. "Just a little dizzy." "See?" Patricia said from the doorway, her voice dripping with fake concern. "This is exactly what we were talking about, Michael. She's not herself. We need to make sure she's protected." That night, I didn't sleep. I waited until I heard Michael's rhythmic snoring. Then I crept into the living room and retrieved my laptop. I didn't call the police, not yet. I knew Patricia was right about one thing. Without proof, it was my word against theirs, and they had spent months painting me as high-strung to our mutual friends. I spent the next 3 days playing the part of the crumbling bride. I acted confused. I made mistakes with the catering, and I let them lead me around. But in secret, I was busy. I contacted a forensic accountant and a different lawyer, one who didn't play golf with Patricia's firm. I installed tiny motion-activated cameras in the kitchen and the living room, hidden inside decorative candles. I caught it all. I caught them discussing which medications they could slip into my tea to make me appear disoriented for the doctor's visit they had scheduled for the day after the honeymoon. I caught Michael laughing about how he was going to sell my condo to pay off his gambling debts the moment I was committed. The day of the wedding arrived. The venue was a beautiful cliffside garden overlooking the Pacific. I stood in the dressing room, the white lace of my dress feeling like a straitjacket. Patricia came in, holding a glass of champagne. "Drink this, dear," she said, her eyes gleaming. "It'll calm your nerves. You look so unstable." I took the glass, waited for her to turn her back, and poured it into the soil of a potted fern. "I'm ready," I said. I walked down the aisle to the sound of a string quartet. Michael stood at the altar, looking handsome and devastatingly dishonest. The officiant began the ceremony. When it came time for the vows, Michael gave a moving speech about protecting me forever. There were tears in the guests' eyes. Then it was my turn. I didn't pull out a piece of paper with vows. I pulled out my phone and connected it to the large projector screen we had set up for the tribute slideshow later in the evening. "I have a surprise," I said, into the microphone, my voice steady for the first time in weeks. The screen flickered to life. It wasn't photos of our childhood. It was the high-definition footage from my kitchen. The guests sat in horrified silence as Michael's voice boomed through the speakers, discussing how he was going to strip her of every cent and lock her in a room. The video played the clip of Patricia suggesting they drug me. The silence that followed was deafening, broken only by the sound of the ocean crashing against the rocks below. Michael turned pale, his mouth hanging open. Patricia lunged for the laptop, but my maid of honor, the only person I had trusted with the truth, blocked her path. "The police are in the parking lot, Michael," I said, the microphone amplifying my triumph. "And the loophole in the prenup? My lawyer found it. Actually, he found something better. It's called fraud with intent to harm. The marriage license isn't signed, and it never will be." I unpinned my veil and let it fall to the grass. I kicked off the ivory satin heels, standing tall in my bare feet. "Get out of my sight," I told them, "and get out of my life." As the police escorted a shouting Patricia and a weeping Michael away, I looked out at the horizon. The sun was setting, painting the sky in shades of bruised purple and gold. I was alone, and I was broke from the legal fees, and I had a wedding to cancel. But for the first time in my life, I truly knew what it felt like to be safe.